Your Excellency, Senator Binks here to see you.
What now?
He insists, sire, a matter of...
What? What does Binks want?
You?
Imposter! Who are you?
Oh, don't worry, Sidious.
Possible. How did a low-life Gungan such as you get to fool me, a Sith Lord?
Ah, yes. Still as arrogant and as predictable as ever. It will be your demise, same as it was for the puny Jedi.
Explain yourself.
Once I fooled Jin, everything fell into place. Becoming a commander, becoming a senator was easy work considering my prowess. But when it came to the ever-scheming Darth Sidious, I had to think what was your true weakness, and then the answer revealed itself. Sidious will be blinded if offered control. Giving you the emergency powers was like giving a toy to a child. In the end, old friend, I have to thank you. Without you, I could have never laid in the shadows for so long. But now, your services are no longer needed.
Well, Senator Binks, it's treason then.
He ignites his lightsaber and lunges towards Jar Jar, where an intense and incredible battle ensues. At the end, both of them went head-to-head, but lightsaber skills couldn't define their might. It came down to Force powers. Sidious immediately unleashed a fully charged lightning storm, but Jar Jar was just too powerful. He used two Taminis to deflect the lightning. Again, Sidious tried, but he failed as Binks started to approach him. Sidious started bargaining with Binks, begging him to let him live. They could rule together, but that wasn't the original plan.
Binks, how? Who gave you all this power?
I think we both know the answer to that question, Palpatine. Now, die!
Lord Binks.
Grand Vizier Amida, there was an attack. It seems that a Jedi traitor was plotting to murder Sidious ever since Order 66 annihilated their order. I saw the Jedi kill the Emperor and escape. Unfortunately, there was nothing I could do.
At that moment, Amida and Binks saw eye to eye. The Vizier knew that the story was false, but nevertheless, Amida understood that this story should be presented to the public and to the Senate.
I will inform the rest, my lord. I know they will sympathize with you on this terrible loss. After all, you were the greatest supporter of our Emperor since the very beginning. Furthermore, a fellow Nabooan. I'm sure Emperor Palpatine held you in the highest regard. If we move fast, my master, you could be the prime candidate to replace our previous Emperor.
If so the Grand Vizier wishes, then let it be so. Whatever helps in furthering the dream once held by our great Palpatine, a dream of a safe and secure society.
What about Vader, my liege? As we speak, he is on an expedition to construct his new lightsaber. I was alongside Master Palpatine when he sent Vader to eradicate the Separatist Council. That young man is ruthless. I suggest you proceed with caution.
Leave young Vader to me, Amida. All you should worry yourself with is laying out my path towards the throne, or I'm afraid no one will be safe from these wretched Jedi. Not even you, Grand Vizier.
Masamida simply nodded in submission. He knew what to do next, gathered the Senate leaders, made announcements to the public where everyone was swayed in the way of a new emperor. The old one is now dead. He was once right to fear the Jedi, and now Emperor Binks will make it his life's work to fulfill the legacy of Palpatine, a galactic empire that promised a safe society. The final plan was now executed. Sith Lord Jar Jar Binks, once thought to have been a clumsy Gungan senator from Naboo, was now the leader of the greatest empire the galaxy had ever seen. After all, the greatest trick that the devil pulled on the world was to convince them that he never existed in the first place.
What have you done with my master?
Welcome home, Annie.
That name no longer has any meaning for me.
Ah, yes, Vader. A more fitting name for a Sith Lord.
Binks, how is this possible? Why was Sidious unaware of your power?
Vader, my friend, the dark side of the Force gives you a lot of abilities. Unnatural abilities. I've spent my entire life hiding in the shadows. All of it was spent to arrive at this moment. Me, an Emperor, and now a Sith apprentice in front of me. Yes, I can sense your fear. I can sense you are timid to attack me. I do not want to destroy you, Vader. I want to help you. Sidious was weak, a pathetic old man, too arrogant for his own good. With me, my apprentice, we will become an unstoppable force the likes of which the galaxy has never experienced. So, Vader, think of Padme. Her death, let it not be in vain.
Enough!
As Vader unleashed a force barrier that pushes Jar Jar away.
Do not speak her name, Jar Jar Binks. You spent years close to her, and you deceived her for all these years.
I can say the same thing to you, my old friend.
Vader ignites his lightsaber.
This is as far as your lies go, Binks. I'll make sure of it.
You will try. You fool. You could have had everything, the power you always desired. I can give you that, not Sidious, not the Jedi. Me, Lord Binks. I fooled an entire galaxy, boy, and I intend to keep it that way. Now, submit. Kneel before me and become my weapon. Become my apprentice.
No, Binks. I cannot start over again. It is over for me now. She was my life. I gave up everything to save her. Lies killed her. Lies and fear. It ends today.
Vader lunged again and tried to strike, but Jar Jar just moved aside. The Sith Lord was still new to his fighting mechanics. His suit was restricting him. He slashed again, but again he failed as Jar Jar's reflexes were lightning quick. Binks turns towards Vader.
So long, Annie.
You saw feeble skills, no match for this power of this dark side.
Yes, my lord.
Commander Fox, prepare a search party and find the location of Palpatine's enforcer, Darth Vader. I'm sure you've come across him by now.
I've read his profile, sir. Yes, as redacted as it was.
Good. It seems there was an accident when Vader fell. Start searching around the building. Once you find his body, inform me immediately.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
The search started intensely. Fox made it top priority as the order was coming from the Emperor himself. Unfortunately, though, there was no Vader. Commander Fox searched high and low. They doubled their search, but it was nothing. It's as if he had vanished. Fox had to call the whole thing off. He feared this moment would come, but at last he contacted the Emperor.
My lord, we've searched non-stop. Every corner, every street. There's no sign of him, sir.
Afterwards, Binks immediately calls for Amida.
Vader is on the loose. Put out this official story to the Imperial ranks. Darth Vader, Palpatine's main enforcer, went mad with anger when I informed him about what happened to Emperor Palpatine. Apparently, the two had had a very close relationship. This madness led Vader to be overcome with grief. Now he is running mad in the streets of Coruscant. He is to be considered armed and dangerous. Proceed with caution.
Understood, my lord. How should we proceed next?
You forget, Amida, that Vader was once a Jedi.
I don't understand, my lord.
We will find him in his old nest, Amida. These pathetic Jedi have nowhere else to go. We need to trap him first. Someone that Vader and his former master know very well. Get me Commander Cody.
Yes, my lord.
Commander Cody, I have a mission for you. A meeting with your old friend inside the Jedi Temple.
You were the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy the Sith, not join them! Bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness! I hate you!
Stop now, come back! I love you!
Liar! You will not take it from me!
General Skywalker. When Emperor Binks told me that you had survived, I couldn't believe it.
Skywalker is dead, Cody. And so is the Jedi Order. How long before the clone army will die as well?
Cody and the rest looked at each other.
Come now, Commander. The war is over. The Republic is gone. There is nothing for you now. Sooner or later, you will all die with the rest. Why not send Commander Fox, my lord? Their team is much ruthless, and surely they could deal with Vader.
No, Amida. You have to think larger, more long-term. How was Sidious able to gain complete control?
Fear.
Precisely. However, there is only one problem. My empire has no separatist threat. For now.
I see. Your plan is to let Vader escape and amass an army of his own? This way you can sell it to the Senate and the public that a powerful Jedi defector has sworn to destroy the Empire.
Fear, Amida. That is how I plan to expand my empire. Sidious started it, but now I will finish it.
Join me, Cody. I promise to return the glory of the Republic. No more will the clones stand guard at some unknown station in the corner of the galaxy. I assume that's what they did to you.
Yes, sir. They posted me on Camino for weeks. Rain. All day. Every day.
I assume so. Come, Cody. Call up your squad. Inform every clone that is tired of this pathetic empire that we will rule the galaxy together.
Cody, stand down. By the orders of the Emperor. That monster is dangerous and armed, and we need to take him down now.
At that moment, Cody took a moment for himself. He then looked at his squad.
No, Fox. Not today. Cody.
Cody pledged full allegiance to Vader, the new Sith Lord. You can imagine what happened next. He took an entire army of clone defectors. The Empire was an abomination in their eyes, and Vader played right into that emotion. He rallied the troops. He was one of them now. After organizing his new movement, Darth Vader moved his organization to none other than the planet Mustafar, where slowly but surely he created his own castle, worthy of a true Sith. With that, he decreed himself as the first king of the newly formed Sith Kingdom. Long live King Vader, proclaimed the clones. A new age has dawned. The age of King Vader. The sad part was that no one really knew who was pulling the strings. Well, as you can see, guys, I pushed the limits on this fanfiction. We're going all in. People are either gonna like it or not, but one thing is for sure, King Vader is here to stay. How will this story end?